Hello and welcome to this edition of the Akashic Portal Weekly, April 5 through 11th, 2021. I'm your host, Jen Duchenne of jendushen.com, and we're going to explore the energies from the Illuminating Journey Cards that I created with the guidance of the Akashic Records. What do we need to know this week to help us? So, first card is the 5 Soul Portal. And I find it fascinating that this card is the one that shows up for this week because we are in the gateway of change. And more than being in the gateway of change, we're in the gateway of doing the change, creating the change, planting the seeds. So what strikes me is the circle of rose petals. Rose petals are very high vibration. They awaken sacred energies within our bodies, within our beings. They are connected to the ancient wisdom of the world, to our beginnings, or to our inner knowing. The symbolism is very clear in this card, in this portal. One of the things that, besides the figure that either is your guide or you, standing in this vibration of the petals rising up to be felt throughout your body, the seeds of the pomegranate at your feet. And then in the distance, there is the city, the pink city, the city of potential. And on the other side is a boat. There's also the world or a kind of globe over there. So it's very much this idea of going through the maze and picking your path. What's your direction? So this card is speaking to what are you willing to claim or nurture within you to take this path forward. The number 5 is an opening. It's about awakening to the self in this moment, the realization of who you need to become, who are you being, as you articulate the life you're leading, as you become more in connection with your own leadership. There's also the raven picking at the pomegranate, which is often known as the seed or flower of life. In a sense, it's the living energy of what is possible, the potential. And then the symbol, the word WYRD, this is connecting us, or the runes. All the knowledge of the world is connected. Everything is connected. We are in a 5-year, so it is about change. It is about taking adventure. So where are you going? And in the distance, there's also a butterfly. There is just this undulation of being ready to take a journey. So whether you're taking a journey physically, you're taking a journey mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever kind of journey, it is time to venture out, to be amazed, to take the risk to make things real. Whatever it is you're dreaming of, to make it real. The soul portal number 2 is 32, and that's also a 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. I know this card showed up last week, so I find it interesting that here it is again, the figure with the same, what is that? That is the stick, the energy, the force field of connection, the figure gazing down upon it, looking for clues. There are portals here, numerous portals. So this is part of the challenge. The sacred challenge is to enter the portal of your own spirituality, to dare to be expressed through becoming purified, becoming more clear, more certain about your journey. So this card speaks about the effort it takes and the focus that is required. And the bottom line of all of this journeying, this opening to change, to greater expression of self, is to enter these spaces, to dare to know yourself, to dare to expose yourself in some way, explore and see beyond what you've seen, know beyond what you've known. And the only way you can do that and experience that is to actually go on a journey. There is also a boat here on the what looks like water. This is a very healing time. So by taking this journey, by creating something new, discovering something about yourself, you will begin to heal. The third and final card is the 18, which is a 9. So 2 5s and a 9. And we are in a 9 universal month. April is a 9 of endings, of letting go, of receiving new things, allowing compassion. There's a spiritual aspect to this journey, because once we are activated by what is important to us, we will risk much to experience freedom. And so this is about opening ourselves, our seeing part, our third eye, our heart, to receive or be receptive to what is coming in, something new, the light of something new, the awareness of something new, kind of the awakening. Makes me think about when children are born or at a certain age, they are often kind of bathed in some kind of ritual water to bring them to another level. And so I think people have that, we have that throughout our history and throughout our lifetimes, these rituals of being bathed to go to another level. And that's what this makes me think about, that we're entering a new level of awareness. We're opening up our sight. We're expanding our heart. We're willing to receive this ritual in water, to be exposed to water, have the water upon our temples, and to accept the level of going to something new, to being arrived at a point and receiving the font of knowledge, receiving the awakening or the bathing, to be reborn in a sense, to be lit up in new ways. So there's definitely a very sacred energy here. We have the invitation to explore something new. The dreams, Pegasus, the flying horse, that Neptunian action. There's a gateway in the distance, a portal of entry. All of these cards are inviting us to take a journey. And the journey begins from within. It is our willingness, the heart opening, the knowing, the kind of awakening, the washing of the third eye, the washing of the heart, to bring us into this full sense of being adorned with life, with the love of life, the expression of who we're here to become, and really stepping into that, being anointed with that. So it's a very interesting time in terms of kind of receiving the message to travel within or without. However it is, it's an internal thing that awakens you to a new journey and what that journey looks like, and being able to go into the gateways. You'll notice all of these cards reflect something to do with journey and travel. And then here, and they all seem to hold that sense of movement here, entering that space of being brought to a new understanding of who you are. And the final one, that kind of receiving of the waters, the anointment, the willingness to go deeper and deeper into your soul path, into the journey you're here to experience, explore, and activate. So right now, this time is calling you to activate the journeyer within you, to bring it into the world, to actually do the thing that is going to help you move forward in a way that speaks to you, speaks to your soul, expands your heart, and it opens your awareness and grounds you in this time in the earth. Very powerful message. It tells me that we're entering a very prominent time in our lives right now, so that we must be aware of the steps we're taking. Every meeting, every decision, every action is taking us towards where we're going if we're paying attention. So make sure that you're discerning the direction you need to be traveling in. I'd love to hear what you got out of it. And of course, I appreciate likes, subscribes, and comments. If you have questions, let me know. The Illuminating Journey Cards are for sale. And I have a great new program, very exploratory program coming up at the end of April, around the 25th, I believe, starting a 3-month journey to explore yourself with the cards. These Illuminating Journey Cards have a way of awakening new things within you. So if you're interested, just keep tabs or check in, because I'll have more details by next week. I'm Jen Duchenne, jendushen.com. Have an amazing week. Yes, since today is Easter, for those of you who celebrate Easter, Osteria, Passover, whatever your festival is of awakening, the fertility within you, the rebirthing, the rejuvenation, wishing you joy in that.